Guys, this house that we're looking at is literally right across the street from Brandon and Mindy. What's up, guys?
Hey everyone, welcome to our channel.
We're kicking things off outside, doing something a little bit different this time.
I know, it's so nice out here. We're in the shade, it's so green. We are actually at a park right now. We are waiting for a pickleball court.
Guys, we are getting really into this pickleball thing. We absolutely love it.
It's so fun. So Jared and I have been playing just with each other. And you guys, I have to say, we get pretty competitive. And it's kind of funny.
It's really fun.
I really wish, we should maybe just vlog that one time and just get all of our commentary and everything.
Yeah, because we talk a lot of trash to each other. It's really fun.
Like for instance, the other day, Jared, I totally swung and just totally missed it.
I was like instant replay.
Yeah. So anyways, we are waiting for a court. We decided, you know what, let's pull out the camera right now. This is the perfect chance to sit down and talk to you guys.
I know, it's actually been a while since we have vlogged. We've been super busy, but we've also had some stuff come up that we're really bummed about.
Yeah, and we're putting on smiles right now. Before we get into all of this, like, I feel like we're pretty positive people, and it takes a lot for us to like get discouraged and get down, but everyone gets down and discouraged at times. And we just said, you know what, we're gonna be really real with you guys, and we share so much of our life that we decided to share this part too, and just so you can kind of see where we're at with things, because so many of you are so amazing and always ask us how everything's going with everything. And as you know, we're looking to buy our first home. For anyone that's new to our channel, we have been looking to buy our first home for quite some time here in Utah.
For a super long time now.
For a long time. And the market, you guys, even with the whole coronavirus, the market here in Utah is just insane. It's crazy. I went to an open house this past Saturday. Jared couldn't go, so I just went, my sister, and you guys, there were probably 10 to 15 people in line outside waiting to go into to tour the home. That's just how crazy. It was under contract the first night. Like, it's just kind of crazy. So between that, trying to start a family as well, just jobs and a million other different things, there's just a lot going on in our life.
Yeah, there's a lot. But a lot of you guys have been asking about our big announcement, and we will get into that at the end of the vlog, because that's another thing.
Because we had mentioned that we were going to be announcing our big announcement soon, and which we had planned to do, but then an even bigger thing came into play that we were so excited about.
Oh, beyond thrilled about.
Yeah, we were like, okay, well maybe we should hold off on the other announcement to see if this one works out. So you guys, a few weeks ago, we went to go and look at a townhome that was up near Brandon and Mindy and Lindsay and Justin from This Is How We Bingham and Our Life in Holland, Jared's brothers, which we were so excited about because we absolutely love that area. We would love to live close to them, and we've actually looked in that area. We almost bought the same townhome a few years ago, but we didn't. So anyways, one came available on the market. We were like, hey, let's go check this out. So we went, we looked at it, and it was fine. There were some things we kind of felt uncertain about. So after we went and saw that, we were like, hey, we should go see if Brandon and Mindy or Jet and Lindsay are home. So we went and we drove by their house, and Brandon and Mindy happened to be outside, just those two sitting out on their front lawn. We were like, oh, awesome. So we went, they knew we were looking at homes, kind of asked how it went, and all of a sudden Mindy was like, hey, she's like, do you see that lady over there? So one of their neighbors was outside. She's like, I think they're moving. She said, I'm gonna go ask her and just see, because there wasn't a for sale sign out of their house or anything. She's like, I'm pretty sure they're moving though. So she walked over there and asked the lady, like, hey, I heard you're moving, you know, when are you moving? Are you gonna be listing your house? And the lady was like, this is kind of crazy, but I'm actually meeting with real estate agents tonight to list my home, to choose one to list my home with. And Minnie's like, no way. She's like, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law are in the market, and she's like, hey, they should come over and just tour it right now.
Guys, this house that we're looking at is literally right across the street from Brandon and Mindy.
So Jared and I went in with Brandon and Mindy. The sweet lady let us tour her house, and you guys, we fell in love with this home. It just felt right. It had so much of what we were looking for. And hello, it was literally in the same neighborhood as Jared's brothers. Like, how fun is that?
Like right across the street from Brandon and right behind Justin.
Yes, right in the middle. Like, it was amazing. And we were all just like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. It kind of just, the timing and everything like fell into place. So anyways, the lady was like, well, listen, if you're interested, you know, you're welcome to make an offer and I won't put it on the market. You know, obviously we wanted to think about it. So we took another day and then we actually went back a second time. This time was on the 4th of July. We went with Jared's parents. We wanted to show Doug and Jolene, get their thoughts. So we walked through, they absolutely loved it. And we were so excited, you guys.
Oh, we were beyond thrilled. And we were gonna share it with you guys. We just wanted to wait until it was official.
Yes, yes. Because as always, things always happen to come up.
Yeah.
So the agent sent us over the contract via DocuSign. We signed it and everything, sent it back. And the next day was my brother's wedding and we were supposed to hear back from the owner if they had signed it that next day, and we didn't hear anything. And I thought it was really strange. So the next morning, Jared messaged the agent and was like, hey, we haven't heard anything. Did they accept it? You know, we didn't hear anything the entire day, that whole day.
Oh, like 12 hours went by and we didn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, we get a text from the owner saying, hey, we haven't heard anything. We decided to go list with another agent and list it on the market.
Yeah, she said, I'm assuming something came up. We're gonna have to list it. And Jared and I both looked at each other and our hearts just sunk, you guys.
Well, I called the lady, the owner, right then and there and just tried to talk to her and to say like, hey, we absolutely love the house. We want to take it. We can move in the second you move out. We just felt like we were the optimal buyer for them. Like, we could move in whenever, we were qualified, like we wanted the house. All the terms that they wanted, we said yes to.
It was just such a shock, you could say, to us. So of course we were like, well, why didn't you get the contract? You know, we reached out to that agent and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It looks like it was a weird holding phase and she didn't receive it for some reason.
She thought she didn't receive it. We had signed it. We were waiting to hopefully hear back from them. But they hadn't heard from us.
You know, we tried to put ourselves in the owner's situation. Obviously, you know, from her end, she hadn't heard back and everything. And so she decided to move forward with listing it, which I totally get. But for us, you guys, that puts us in a hard spot because with it going on the market, just as I had mentioned with that open house, there are gonna be so many people interested in this home. Chances are they're probably gonna list it higher. And it was already at pretty much the top end of our budget. And so we're just super nervous that it's gonna go for more than we can afford, and then also obviously we could get outbid on the home. The whole situation is just, honestly, it's just sad, and we feel like it was
Sad's an understatement. We had a really hard past few days, not gonna lie, which is why we haven't vlogged.
Yeah, we just, honestly, this is the first time we feel like we could pick up the camera really and talk about things because it just all felt so right. That's the hardest thing. It was like, why did all that happen and line up so perfectly for it to not go through?
Oh, and we were updating Brandon, Mindy, and Jet and Lynn's, even my parents, saying like, we're getting this, we're so excited.
Yeah.
And then literally within like 24 hours, everything fell through.
Yeah, it's so sad, you guys. So there is a slight chance we could still get it. If some miracle happened, you guys, there's a slight chance we could still get the home, but just with the whole situation, it's very unlikely. And so we are kind of back to square one. The other home we previously toured that we really liked as well, with the horse farm behind it, that one didn't end up working out either. So we are kind of back at square one with the house hunting. Unless some miracle happens, we will keep you guys up to date this week. Once it goes on the market, we'll see if we're for sure gonna put in an offer on it, for sure.
Oh yeah,
just to see what happens.
Yeah.
So you guys, we're gonna need all your guys' positive vibes, prayers. If this is meant to be our first home, that it will just happen. And at the end of the day, you guys, I know we're super sad, but what it comes down to is we know that timing is everything. If it's meant to be, it'll work out. And if it's not, then there's another home out there for us, for sure.
Which I really hope it's semi-soon. We're so tired of not having a place of our own.
Oh yeah, guys, it's been tricky with just kind of thing after thing falling through and not working out.
Which brings us to our second thing about our big announcement. So if you guys have been watching our channel for a while, You guys would know about a month ago, we teased this really big announcement that we were really excited about, that we were planning with Brittany's family, and something that we're just beyond excited about. And we had so many of you guys guess. We were actually about to announce that today.
We were like, you know what? Okay, so we don't have the house announcement, but we can still announce this one. Now, this is our original big announcement that we were so excited about.
So our big announcement was that we had actually planned and booked down to a T everything that we were gonna do, a full month trip to the big island of Hawaii.
Yeah. You guys, we were gonna move to Hawaii for a month. We had 2 amazing Airbnbs that my family was gonna be living in the same community. We were gonna be living with Dave and Paige, the newlyweds, and their 2 kids, and then my parents and Kim and Craig and Scotty and Sean and Maria were gonna stay in the other one. You guys, it had a private pool. It was on the golf course. It had a view of the ocean. It was gonna be incredible, and we would be able to stay there for an entire month. We thought it was for sure 100% solid, because up until about a month ago, right now you have to quarantine when you go to Hawaii for 2 weeks. So travel, you can't even rent short-term rentals right now in Hawaii. It's illegal. But they announced that August 1st, you could start booking those short-term rentals, and then if you provided a negative COVID test 72 hours before your flight, you could go there and not have to quarantine. So
this was like an official announcement from the governor.
Travel was gonna open back up starting August 1st. So we booked this back in the beginning of June with the travel company, and they said, you know, this is all pending, but then it went through, and so we were so excited. We're like, okay, it's 100% on. We had everything booked. We were so excited. We were planning out all of our adventures and beaches, and oh, you guys, it was gonna be amazing. It was gonna be a little month of paradise. And with
it was in a little private community, so like social distancing, everything like that. There was like a private beach that we had access to.
Yeah.
It was like literally the perfect place to go during a pandemic.
Yes, and we would be with family, and it was something we were so looking forward to. And just with everything, you know, going on with our house and other things with babies, all that stuff, and that hasn't been really going how we expected. That was our one thing. We were like, okay, we just can't wait for Hawaii. It's gonna be a nice break from everything. And then literally a few hours ago, you guys, I got an email from the travel company that we booked our stay with, saying, hey, our governor just announced today that they are gonna be extending travel restrictions because the testing program is not quite ready for at least another month. They didn't even give a date this time. They just said at least another month. And so they said you can either try and book for another stay, or you can get a full refund. And my heart, you guys, I was kind of in shock. I looked and I looked again and I was like, okay, well, there it goes.
We had been planning this thing forever. I mean, there's 12 of us going, so obviously you have to coordinate everyone's schedules.
Yeah, it took a lot to plan and coordinate.
And we had to coordinate with like 24 Airbnbs until we could finally get, you know, 2 to work.
Yep.
And all of that planning is now down the drain. All of it. So, you know, there's a slight chance that we could get this house, and there's a slight chance that we could do a trip with Brittany's family elsewhere, but it is very frustrating.
You guys, all we can do now is kind of laugh about it, or try to laugh about it, and think there's other plans in store for us. Maybe we'll look back on this and it'll all make perfect sense and it'll all fall into place, but right now, you guys, we're just thinking, what in the world is going on right now?
Britt and I are just like joking around, like, are we gonna wake up from this dream? Is this real life right now?
Oh, you guys, and we know things could be so much worse, but you know, it's just hard when you have things planned and you're hoping for things and then they just don't work out. So that's life. That's where we're at with everything. We just wanted to share that with all of you. You guys, if you have any advice for us, drop in the comments down below. We'd love to hear that. But seriously, how exciting would that be if we were able to move into that neighborhood, get that house, start our family there? It would have just been incredible.
When we found out about the house not working out, I was like, well, at least we have Hawaii. And now we have neither.
But we have each other. I actually posted over on Instagram. I kind of said how we were having a hard week, and so many of you guys were so sweet. Seriously, just wishing us, sending us your thoughts and prayers and everything. You guys are just the best, and we have you guys as well to help get through tough times, you know. We have the best YouTube family out there. So we just wanted to share our hearts with you guys, kind of where everything was at.
And we'll keep you guys updated with that house. But I think for now, that is enough for today. But we love you all. And until next time, we will see you later.
And I'm gonna go beat Jared in pickleball right now.
Bye guys.
We love you. We'll see you guys next time.